Welcome back to News Geelong. Well, as I promised, we'll return to the world of lawn bowls now, looking back on the Australia-Malaysia test at the Ocean Grove Lawn Bowls Club.
Ocean Grove is the scene for the classic between Australia and Malaysia in a friendlies, preluding to the Commonwealth Games in 2014 in Glasgow, and joining us, proudly wearing his Australian colours, Ocean Grove's own Matt Flapper. How are you, Matt? Enjoying the friendlies at the present time?
Yeah, mate, certainly are. It's not overly friendly, though. It's been pretty competitive.
Well, it needs to be competitive because, there's 10 Australian men, 9 Australian women, and from those 10 and 9, there'll be 5 of each selected for the Australian Commonwealth Games squad.
That's right. So the competition is fierce. Everyone's trying to earn a spot. So amongst the ranks, it's competitive, but obviously you want to showcase your talents on the green, and it's good to have a competitive hit out against the Malaysians.
And we're very proud of you here in Geelong, particularly down here at Ocean Grove. You're the only player that's rated in the top 10 in each of the 4 disciplines: singles, pairs, triples and fours. How have you travelled so far in this tournament?
Yeah, going along all right. We've wrapped up the series 3-1 with a test to play, so we're playing pretty much a dead rubber, but it's still game on again. We want to try and make it 4-1 overall. So the form's been good. I had a good day yesterday when we won both tests and were able to wrap it up. So yeah, just looking to finish it off today.
And compliments to the greenkeepers here at Ocean Grove, because they've been able to, as I understand, adapt the greens to similar conditions you'll be experiencing in Glasgow.
Greenkeepers here have done a magnificent job. They need to be applauded, and Chris Stepler, who is our greenkeeper, slowed them down to 11 seconds. It's not an easy task. A lot of the members think that the greens are slow, like September, October and months like that at the start of the season, but they would never have experienced playing on something like this before, and full credit to the green staff for being able to replicate Glasgow conditions. They've done a great job.
And our friends from Malaysia have certainly been enjoying themselves, both very, very active and enjoying the bowling.
They are. They're right into it. They get excited on the green. They love the competitiveness of it, and they're actually good to have around the club. They have enjoyed themselves. And
a lot of bowls that we're seeing here at this significant level, you're bowling right into the head. We're not seeing some of the, shall we say, defensive type bowling we see more in local pennant.
Well, the finer touches of the game go out on these pace greens, so you've always got to be charging through the head and giving your bowler a chance. So you're playing with more weight more often. As soon as you think you're going to draw to the jack, you'll find you're 3 foot, 4 foot short all the time. So you've got to continually play that yard through the jack all the time to just give yourself that chance of scoring and obviously keep reaching.
And how have the Drake's Prides been performing?
Drake's Pride are on fire, mate.
On fire, but they're not a red colour, they're a nice green colour.
Nice green and white colour, Aussie colours they are. White bowl with green and yellow speckles.
And who else has stood out for Australia, particularly amongst the men?
Oh, look, I think it's hard to define anyone's individual performance. Everyone's sort of done their job at the particular time they've had to do it. So, I think we're going along all right, and everyone's at some stage has done what they needed to do.
Now, I've got to quickly reflect upon last Saturday's pennant in Premier League. You were down for 95 ends, Ocean Grove, and got up at Highton by 1 shot on the final end. A great game of bowls.
There's one word I used for it, and I said we scrapped a win. For 95 ends, you're down in a game, and then but you've only got to be in front on the 100th one, and we managed to get up by 1 shot, which was pretty intense, and very lucky to escape with a win.
And one of the features that we're starting to see come into our local bowls at Premier and Division 1 level is a lot more gusto and zest and enthusiasm, and you're one of those younger bowlers that are bringing that enthusiasm into the game, lifting fellow players.
Mate, I'm pretty happy you call me young. I look around the squad that we're playing here, and I'm not young, mate. I'll tell you, I'm one of the old boys. But no, it is, and it's exciting because it brings a different aspect to the game, and get that enthusiasm out there, and the younger guys having a bit of fun. And at the end of the day, that's what we've got to do. We've got to get out there and have fun. So it's good to see.
And Matt, when can we expect the final Commonwealth Games squad for the 5 men in particular to be announced?
I believe we've got another camp in February, and then from the camp they'll pick a side that plays Trans-Tasman, which will be in Traralgon against New Zealand, and then all going well, following on from the Trans-Tasman series, they'll announce the side probably early April.
And of course, we're all looking forward to the annual Classic Fours down here at the Ocean Grove Bowling Club, February 26th to 28th, 2014. we'll be certainly down here to cover that and in leading up to a great event.
It is a great event, and once again we've able to bump up the prize money, $15,000 for the Classic 4. So that'll come around before we know it, and it'll be on our doorstep. But we look forward to hosting that again.
The lady with the Australian flags painted on her fingernails, Katrina Wright. Welcome to Ocean Grove as an Australian representative, enjoying the conditions.
Yeah, it's been really good. It's the rain hasn't held us off. We've been out there and doing our all for Australia. It's been very similar to Scottish conditions, so it has been quite a good week.
Tell us a little of the story of Katrina Wright and her journey in bowls. When did you get involved? Where do you play? And how successful have you been?
Okay, I started bowls back in 2000. I play at Tarrant Point Bowling Club in Sydney. I got into bowls through an injury. I was a state tennis player. I've had 4 major leg operations. So I took up bowls, and a couple of years later I got to play for Australia. My biggest achievement's 2004 World Bowls silver medalist in the triples. Been lucky enough to win the Australian Open singles, triples, the Australian indoor. So yeah, I've been quite lucky in my career.
So you're very natural if it's only taken you a couple of years to switch from tennis to lawn bowls. It's come as a natural element of your game.
Yeah, I think anyone that plays sport, golf, tennis, whatever, they pick up bowls quite quickly. And I was lucky that I did that.
And finding the conditions down here at Ocean Grove, as we mentioned with Matt Flapper, a wonderful job being done by the greenkeepers to bring these conditions up to what you can expect, hopefully, in Glasgow in 2014.
Yeah, the greenkeepers have done a magnificent job. This replicates Glasgow really, really well. The speed of them, they're nice and true, and obviously the weather conditions replicate it as well.
A welcome visitor to Ocean Grove and to our great city of Geelong is Mr. Syed Zin, who is the Vice President of Bowls Malaysia. Welcome to Ocean Grove.
Thank you.
And you're enjoying the different 4 seasons in a day of weather here in Geelong.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we are lucky to come to Australia to have this test match, and with the season, we need to suit ourselves with the weather here.
So bowling in Malaysia is a growing sport. I understand you start at a very junior level.
Yes, of course. We have under 12, the under 18, and the elite team. For this preparation for the Commonwealth, we are bringing here the elite team. But we have yet to select the best players for the game.
And they are all younger players, so that they will certainly enjoy the experience here at Ocean Grove, but more particularly looking forward to their hopeful selection for represent Malaysia in Glasgow in 2014.
Yes. What we have here is our elite team, but this is their age range from 40 and below, 25 and above.
And how many men and how many women did you bring over on this trip?
For this time, we are bringing about 6 men, 6 ladies, together with our coach. We have 2 national coach, headed by Zuraidi, national coach, and then assisted by Said Muhammad.
And the game of bowls in Malaysia, you're playing on grass or synthetic?
We have grass, we have synthetic. For now, we have moved from our present location in Bukit Kera to another complex in Klang, Bayumas, where we have an indoor bowls, indoor ring with 8 rings, and we have 3 greens outside the complex.
So it's a young sport but a growing sport?
Yes, of course. It's a growing sport in Malaysia now.
And have you a participant in the great game of bowls yourself?
Yes, I'm a player myself. I'm a first level coach.
So you're a first level accredited coach, so you'll be able to help some of these younger players come through. But it's very interesting you're starting at under 12. So the younger people really starting to get into the game nice and early as they develop.
Yes, we need to spread this type of game. It's a good game for the youngsters. Even though there are a lot of games like football which are famous, but we are now trying to make this a new game for the youngsters.
Well, thank you for coming over to Ocean Grove. Congratulations on achieving what you have so far, and we wish you and the Malaysian team all the very best when they get finally selected for Glasgow Commonwealth Games in 2014.
Okay, thank you from News Geelong for giving me the opportunity to give up our views on the lawn ball preparation towards 2014 Commonwealth Games. Thank you.
So that gentleman. Well, that's it for sport this Friday evening. Kids, I hope you're excited because we're less than 2 weeks away from Christmas. I can't wait to see Santa, but here's the next best thing, Mr. Graham Rawlins.
Thank you, Alex. See you next week with another top report on what is happening in and around Geelong sport. Now, if you're on the punt tomorrow, we're heading for the Western Health Community Race Day at Flemington. An 8-race program, the first at 12:50 and the last at 5:30. And we're heading to race 2, number 6, Kiss Me Katut, trained by Stephen Theodore at Cranbourne and to be ridden by young Jai McNeil, who claims 3 kilos, so it drops back in weight to 55 kilos and is jumping from barrier 6. It's won its last 2 starts at Geelong and Moonee Valley, so Kiss Me Katut. Just in case you want to savour, look at the feature race on the program, race 7, number 7, Electric Fusion, trained at Caulfield by Robbie Smurden and to be ridden by Dwayne Dunn from barrier 6, last start winner over the distance of 2,000 metres at Caulfield on November 13. Winning form is good form. Now to our dear friends at the Country Women's Association, who've been working so hard to produce lovely food and useful gifts for the needy for this Christmas. Well done, ladies. You are like so many in our communities that are always thinking of others, particularly those not as fortunate as we are. To you we say, take your time and smell the flowers. From all the team at News Geelong, have a pleasant week. Watch out for your safety on our roads and a very good night.